Hello, 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 everyone. This is Damla Aktekin with A Drop of I will tell you a story about my grandfather today, all about reaching out for joy. So my grandfather recently passed away, and he lived in this tiny village in Turkey all his life. That's where he was born, that's where he grew up. And one of the things that they did in that village is come dinner time, everyone in the family, and he lived with his immediate and extended family, they would gather around this round table on the floor. Everyone would sit on the floor, and all of the meals would be brought in the middle for everyone to reach and grab. And at the end of the dinner, they would bring a dessert, if they had any dessert. And one of the most common ones was this grape molasses, this really, really sweet grape molasses mixed with sesame paste or tahini. It's called pekmez in Turkish. So they would bring out this dessert and everyone would just dig in and share it. And it's this really creamy, super delicious, really, really super sweet dessert. And one night they had dinner just as usual, and everyone, had their share, had their fill. And at the end, someone brought in dessert. And that particular night, my grandfather, his name is Mehmet, he didn't feel like dessert. So he said, no, thank you. I don't like this dessert right now. I'm not gonna reach for it. So then, that was it. Everyone went to bed and everything was good. And then the next night, they had dinner again, and someone brought the dessert, the pekmez, the super sweet, delicious grape molasses tahini again. And this time, my grandfather really wanted a taste. But someone in his family said, Mehmet doesn't like dessert. So what they would do is they would pass it from person to person, and they didn't even, they sort of took it away from him. So from that day on, anytime that they were going to have this particular super delicious, super sweet dessert, anytime my grandfather tried to reach for it, this time someone else would say, oh, Mehmet doesn't like it. Don't even offer it to him. Or another family member, he doesn't like it. Don't give it to him. So he would be cringing inside. He would really want the dessert, but he was ashamed and he wouldn't reach for it. So moral of the story being two things. In my family, and my grandfather lived a long life, and he fathered 5 daughters. He had 9 granddaughters, and he has great grandchildren counting. In my family, whenever there's a new dish, you always ask. You don't assume. So if someone says, I'm not going to have it today, the next day, you can be sure that everyone knows this story in the family. They're going to ask you again and again and again each time, because in case you change your mind. So my question to you is, what is that one thing in your life that you made unavailable to you because of a story? Because one time it wasn't convenient for you to go to that dance class, and then you sort of gotten this idea that, I'm not going to go, even though you really want to. I'm all grown up now. I'm not going to be a dancer. Why should I reach out for it? Or that particular time that you want to have to yourself, that little rest, that little sweetness that you don't allow yourself for whatever reason. Or whatever else joy represents to you. What is the sweetness in your life that you crave, that you really need, and that you really want? And for whatever reason, whether it's what someone else says, or whether it's something that you grew up with, something like, oh, you're not good at gymnastics, or you're not good at sports, don't do it. So the message from me and my grandfather is that please reach out, try one more time, and be the advocate for yourself. So my grandfather was too ashamed in that scenario to stand up for himself, but be the advocate. And then he later taught this beautiful lesson to all his kids and grandkids. But you can be your own advocate. You can be your own cheerleader. You can reach out for that sweetness. And then if you find that there's something in you, for whatever reason, is finding it hard to reach out for that joy, to claim that joy, find help, find support. I'm here to chat with you. One of my clients had said to me recently, I asked her, like, what's changed in your life, or what do you notice in your life since working with me? And she said, I broke into laughter the other day. And she said that wasn't something that she did regularly. So it's possible, it's within your reach. And it just, when you reach for joy, it's not just you that gets nourished. Everyone around you gets nourished with that one little step, with that one little decision to say, this is what I want, and I'm going to go for it. So I'm going to leave you with this. Please leave a comment to let me know that you've been here, that you watched this. So this was nice, sweet, and short, hopefully. And again, this is Damla Aktekin with A Drop of Om. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want to chat with me, I do these 30-minute chakra consults where we can look at what's between you and that joy. We can pinpoint exactly the energetic wounds, the vibrations, the patterns that might be holding you back from experiencing that spontaneous laughter or spontaneous sweetness. So thank you so much. Namaste.